for a treble. They're racing. And Golden Kathleen was the best served at the start. State of Fury gathering speed. Likewise, Idyllic Ruler, who's going to work its way to the lead soon after the start. Run to Fair Run, pushing up between horses, is right there with Karlstad as they sweep over into the back straight. Now getting back Sketter, also near the inside. Kegs later drifting into the second half with Noble Connection, Emerald Trader, and Et Tu Brute last of all. Run to Fair Run pulls on Idyllic Ruler for the lead as they go down the back and race along past the 1100. Idyllic Ruler, they will not concede the front. Run to Fair Run, fired up outside of it there. The speed goes on. Karlstad, the despised roughies, up there travelling third. Fourth, the rail State of Fury. Over on the outside then, Golden Kathleen and Sketter found itself a shade deep, leaving the back, going up to the far turn. They're being followed by Kegs later. The speed became a bit muddling. Et Tu Brute, Noble Connection back there and wide, and Emerald Trader last. And so as they go down the side and hit the 600 mark, Idyllic Ruler was able to break the tag for the moment of Run to Fair Run. Snuck a length in front down near the inside, State of Fury. Karlstad came out 3 wide, so Golden Kathleen went up 4 wide coming towards the home turn. 5 wide, Sketter. Noble Connection's going to track it for home. Further back behind them, Emerald Trader, bound by the 275, and Sketter out near the middle of the track and reached the lead in pursuit. Noble Connection. Kegs later finding room, starting to run on. Idyllic Ruler battles away, but Noble Connection dashes up with 100 left to run, goes to the lead. Sketter tries to rally. Noble Connection's in front though, and Noble Connection proved a little too strong. It's a treble for Clint Johnston Porter. The hyphenators having a big day out. Beat Sketter. Kegs later also ran on very well and certainly improving with each run in the campaign. It's there with Idyllic Ruler, Emerald Trader for third. Then Karlstad. Next home, Golden Kathleen, Et Tu Brute, followed by Run to Fair Run, who got a bit fiery after racing outside the leader, and State of Fury has produced a disappointing performance and has just about failed to beat a runner home. We wait for the numbers after the running of the 6th event on the card. Noble Connection. Clint Johnston Porter dining out this afternoon with a half of the card, having been punched home by the hyphenator. And for Dan and Ben Pearce, Noble Connection comes back to 1650 and comes back to the form that he showed before his flop over a middle distance last time out. 2 Noble Connection beating 10 Sketter. Kegs later will be third and certainly building into the campaign as well after a couple of runs. But Noble Connection had hardly put a hoof wrong before the flop last time out, and comes back to a journey where he's got some very good form at the Rommel Gelding from Leet Faden for Pierce Racing, Santo Waliado's Ridgeport, O'Hubba, S. Norsworthy, and AJ Duffy R. Viney, B. Marshall R. Peterson A. Stark, and the Stable Manus Syndicate as well. And he's got 4 wins from 11 Noble Connection. Clint Johnston Porter today riding with great confidence, again bringing one from the back of the field as he did in the previous on 9 Bull, to beat Sketter by Thorn Dancer, trained by Fred Kersley, ridden by Holly Knottle, and Kegs Furies by Slater from Meg's Currency. Tash Faithful in the saddle for the Ash Maley stable. A neck 1 3/4 official margins in 142.21. State of Fury, the big disappointment after getting a perfect run throughout. Race 7 at 5:30 for What's the Point? We'll go to the Avon Valley tomorrow. One scratching there from the 7th, the last on the card. Okay, when you're hot, Lock. And Clint Johnston Porter certainly sizzling along here this afternoon with a treble.
Thanks, Darren. Yes, CJP is seeing them very, very well, and the Pearce brothers continue to do good things with their stable. Noble Connection back to the mile today. What did you make of his last start, Dan, out to 2,200 metres?
Yeah, it was really disappointing. Maybe just on the back up and straight out to the 22. Might have been just a bridge too far for him this early in the prep, but look, we went right over him, and there was nothing amiss, and Ben was really happy with his work leading into today. So there was no reason not to press on with the preparation. Obviously, always a little bit tricky, just with a little bit of an unknown as to not finding a problem and fixing it. But yeah, look, the horse looks $1 million, and he's come here in great order.
His last 2 starts have been in Saturday company. Ultimately, do you feel like he belongs in that grade?
Yeah, I think so, and he's always given us the feel that he'll want to stretch out. So obviously why we went that way, but you know, we might revisit that down the track. But yeah, look, just happy to have him back going well.
Deep into the preparation as well, is he handling everything nicely from behind the scenes to suggest that this isn't the end of his campaign?
Well, until about 2 minutes ago, we weren't sure. But yeah, look, he's look, the way the horse looks. That's obviously why we've pressed on with this prep. He looks $1 million, and I say everything we went through the veterinary wise to make sure everything was 100% would suggest we've got a fit and healthy horse, and should be pressing on.
Nice to see him back to his best today. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Dan Pearce, and here's Clint Johnson-Porter once again.
Well, Clint joins us for the 3rd time today, and this horse, as we were mentioning in that previous post-race assessment, Clint, if you forgive him for one poor performance, all the other form was really good.
Yeah, definitely. Look, prior to that run, he was pretty much unbeaten, and he looked like onwards and upwards. But yeah, he just put in an odd run. Not sure, a few things could have gone wrong. Maybe he's not as true sail like we thought he was. He definitely didn't show that today.
Speed looked like it was really on from start to finish.
Yeah, it was, and I just bided my time. I ended up getting a real good track into it, and in the end, the one I was following was the one to beat.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Clint Johnson-Porter. He takes out the riding honours today, a treble on today's program, and he combines with Dan and Ben Pearce. And great to see Noble Connection back in form to continue what has been a wonderful preparation to take out race 6 here at Belmont Park.